Lindsay, how you feel?
Lindsay, how did everything go?
Lindsay, we're behind you 100%.
So when film financiers like Damon are trying to figure out who do I put my money on, what actor, and you realize that the reputations of actors are constantly shifting. It's like the weather. 1 minute Lindsay Lohan was one of the most promising young actors of her generation. And what's really tragic about Lindsay is not what happened to Lindsay, it's that Lindsay was talented. She was an enormously child actor, though she may be. She was an enormously talented actor. Now she's a punchline. And it's sad because she was, I mean, I know her, and she's a really, really wonderful, she was a wonderfully talented girl. Well, the company that did both those things, the company that developed her talent is the same company that assassinated her in public. You know, so that's the problem is how does someone, not only do you not have a studio that mentors you, that cares for you, no one cares for you anymore. No one takes care of you anymore.
How this project came to be last year and a little bit about your experience from last year.
Somber than in the old studio days, maybe because of the likes of Zanuck and Ruby Mayer.
And now it's a lot harder to protect yourself. I mean, the shell you have to wear to get through this business. I mean, I go out the door every day, and I've got, you know, the New York Post and all of Fox News trying to destroy my reputation in every way, making false accusations against me and things like that. And at the same time, I have to try to survive in this business. And the way I survive is on any given day, it's like a scale, and on any given day, most of the people know that what's written about me is bullshit. But on some days, it gets pretty close. You know what I mean? It's very difficult.
So we had the visual array of things to shoot, which was huge. I mean, I think one of the I keep going back to a line that Avi Lerner, who's one of the top foreign salespeople, says in Seduced and Abandoned, where he's talking about the worth of Alec and Nev in a movie being about $4 or $5 million in terms of name value. But an actress who would elevate the budget and mean that he would give us more money to make a movie is, as he puts it, what's her name, Natalie Portman. And the idea, and it was entirely unconscious, obviously, but why does he call her what's her name, Natalie Portman, as opposed to Natalie Portman? Because he knows that a year from now or 2 years from now, it'll be what's her name, somebody else, and Natalie Portman will be not worth anything, not worth a film. It's such an illegitimate kind of flux that we're in, that the assumption that any name really means anything is a kind of convenience so that people can move ahead and decide they have to spend money.
People, and this is, in a sense, this has always been the case. You know, 'twas ever thus. But those people now who survive, like you look at Leo, or you look at Russell Crowe, or anybody who really is at the top of the pile, they avoid the press as much as possible. Mm-hmm. You avoid the press. You treat the press like cancer, because the press's goal is not to illuminate or to put a light on. Some of it is, I'm assuming. But so much of it, the tabloid press was like a little section of seats in a theater in the very back, and the rest of it was the legitimate press. And now it's divided in half. Half the press that you deal with, half, are malicious, and they are out to destroy you, and they are out to, they want to trip you, and when you fall down the stairs, they want to cheer. They cheer when you fall down the stairs. And that's a very haunting reality for someone in my position to deal with, and for anybody. And the way that you avoid it, the way that you survive, is you stay away from the press. You don't see Leo DiCaprio go on Letterman. You know, he does as much of that as he needs to, and then you avoid that like it's a disease. It's terrible.